What is going on, guys? We're back with another video, and we are on Madden 19 doing a fantasy rebuild of the Green Bay Packers, my favorite team, and we have a pretty damn good roster, let's be honest. Devontae Adams, definitely the star receiver around here. Star. I really like him. Like and subscribe. We have a decent bit of trade bait here. Trade bait here. Mercedes Lewis, I don't know what he'll be worth. Bakhtiari, obviously a can't trade type player. Corey Lindsey, 27 years old, normal dev. Who knows? Bulaga, 80 overall, quick dev. He might stay. I think him and Bakhtiari, the two tackles, will stay. And then everyone else could go. Although you look at the rest of the players, not really going to get much out of them anyways. Defensively, a lot more depth this year. Jair Alexander, he's kind of known in Sim as a top developable guy. Josh Jackson, he's developed nicely for me. Sometimes I might be looking to put him at safety, though. Kevin King moves up the roster. Tremont probably gets traded. I like Tremont in real life, don't get me wrong. However, in Madden, he really doesn't have much of a future at the age of 35, which might as well be 99 in NFL terms. Middle linebackers, Oren Burks moves up unless we get a new player. I would like to get someone new other than Clay and Perry. Definitely not a fan of Clay in real life. Oh, God. The mistakes the man makes. The constant missed tackles. I mean, he gets pressure here and there, but it's not consistent. And Nick Perry, definitely not playing up to the contract yet. Well, I wouldn't say definitely not. He's gotten some stat line, but no real consistent pressure, which is unfortunate. Michael Kendricks, I don't know why he's still on this team. This is an updated roster, which makes no sense at all, but it's the way EA wants to rock it. So this would be a very big trade for both, well, not really for both teams, but kind of for us. I might come back to that later. We'll see. So we have a very good trade here. Clay Matthews, Lance Kendricks in a second round this year for Ezekiel Elliott, who does very well in Sim for himself. I almost had a trade for Myles Garrett. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off anymore. We'll see. Hopefully we can. Unless it was involving Mercedes Lewis, which I doubt it was. It was Clay Matthews and Mercedes. Maybe I'll actually pull this off. Don't know how Myles Garrett's going to play a linebacker, but we'll see. How do they have Allison as a 72 overall? That is so disrespectful. So if we had that second round this year still, we would be able to get Myles Garrett, and I think that's a very good piece to have. I can't really get rid of Bulaga, though. I guess I can. Bulaga, Jake Ryan, and Mercedes Lewis for Myles Garrett. God damn, losing Bulaga there is kind of rough. I know he's a little older, but still, that's brutal. Got a little bit of inclement weather outside. It's affecting the rebuild. The trades are going 9 miles per hour. I'm so sorry. That is just so stupid. So we really only have 2 teams here with Ty, which sucks. Like DeMarcus Lawrence, I don't know how hard it would be to get him, but at the end of the day, even if I did get him, what would I do? Because he's definitely not going to move to right out or left out very well. They want Justin McCray for some reason. Probably going to move that down to a 4th round, but a decent trade for them, honestly. Like, we've scammed teams way worse than that in the past. Well, I didn't expect it to go through. However, I'm not mad at it. Nick Perry and Allison for Joel Bitonio, who's 26 years old, 89 overall. Definitely worth it. Once again, didn't expect it to go through, but at the same time, I'm not mad about it at all. So we give him Jamal Williams and Kaiser for Ali Marpet, which is a pretty decent trade. I tried Ty earlier. It was like maybe 65%, 70%. So our offensive line is getting a little bit better. We have, I think, 3 starters. Technically, Lindsey could be number 4. That's it, Buffalo. You're being finessed. That's it. I'm done, Good enough from me. How many first rounds do we have now? 5? I wouldn't go around saying Clay is an all-time great. I think he's one of those guys that has had a pretty damn good career, and I think he could have had a better one, but I don't know about going around saying all-time greats. Now that's a little wild. Can we use Lindsley to trade for a better, younger lineman? It's going to be a little steep. Please go, though. Oh, man, they're not interested in Lowry. Interested in anyone else? A little steep, but Dean Lowry, a first this and a second next for Landon Collins. Sets our our safeties up nicely. Can we get something for Tremont, though? Okay. Boyle and Valdez-Scantling for Yonda. That's super realistic. That's fine. 31 in Fackrell for number 2 overall. We're going to have to sign at least one free agent. We need a pass rusher, for sure. Who's the middle linebacker? Is that Bowman? Why hasn't Navarro? Like, has he just fallen off? Like, like, I'm not, you know, like, at the end of the day, I'm not no crazy expert. I don't know exactly about fits and whatnot, but how the hell have the Packers not signed Navarro Bowman? You have Blake Martinez as your starter, who is pretty damn good. And then you have an injured core the rest of the way. You get Navarro Bowman, it automatically upgrades that squad. I mean, we traded for Antonio Morrison. They should do that in real life anyways. I mean, look at him. Packers, 91 hit power, 82 speed. EA stats don't lie. Everyone's stats on EA in Madden, like Julius Thomas, still a god. I know he's retired, but he's still a god, obviously. So, obviously, we have to move things around, but we have, as they say, a pretty nice roster. I'm actually, for wide receiver, I'm going to choose whoever has the scheme fit, and that would be Mr. Jamon Moore. So, there's that. To be fair, I might move the scheme around. I want to get Zeke, Devontae, and then some linemen. As of right now, we literally have 2 players that are starting with scheme fits. Navarro, I'm sorry, mate. I like Jair, but we'll see if we can get some more corners involved. Obviously, Myles Garrett needs to play one of the outside linebacker spots. So this is the roster we're going to go into year 1 with. Obviously, we aim for 3 seasons, but we could do more depending on how close we get. This looks like a roster that easily makes the playoffs, maybe more. Offense looks pretty nice. We might sign a fullback here and a backup quarterback, especially for Rodgers. Receiving is probably the biggest factor we need to address in the draft. We'll have a lot of top picks for that. Defensively, 100% scheme fit, which is nice. We'll say the corners looking a little rough, but Jair usually develops pretty nicely for the AI Packers. And we have Josh Jackson as a starter, which the Packers usually don't do. And Josh has been very 50-50 for me. Sometimes he's just an 80 overall after 4 seasons. Sometimes he's a 95 overall after 4 seasons. So hopefully we get the latter, of course. And then defensive line. Front 7 in general is pretty decent with the 2 free agent signings. Trading for Garrett, I think, is a pretty good move. Special teams, Mason Crosby, super underrated. So clutch. I wish he would have made that one field goal to make it 6. But it is what it is. Let's go on to, I guess, mid-season. So we have the resigns of players, Landon Collins being one of them, Ali Marpet, Clinton Dix, Cobb, Muhammad Wilkerson. To be fair, Muhammad Wilkerson was a nice signing in real life. Don't know how much money we're actually going to have here. Apparently a ton of it. All right. So Landon, how old? Oh, crap, I should have signed him to a 6-year. We're going to get Ali Marpet to a 5-year. Got to get everyone to around 29, 20, maybe 30. Clinton Dix. I think Clinton Dix deserves the 4 because he's 25 and you just don't know. Randall Cobb, I think, would be wait till the season's over. Same with Muhammad. Everyone else we'll see about. Appears Jair might be on that grind. It's about midpoint of the season. Oh, what is this? Midpoint of the season, and he's got a 6 upgrade, so that's a pretty good sign. Heading into the playoffs, it's been a week-by-week thing. I've been trying to upgrade all our players, and we make it at 9-7. What in the world? How did we not win that last game? Barely made it. What were we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were technically the 6th seed, weren't we? To be fair, the NFC was very good. Holy crap. The Lions and Seahawks missed at 8-8, but other than the Redskins and us, every team was like 11 wins or higher. It's pretty good. MVP Breeze. Stat line. Rodgers, pretty solid stats. Rushing, Zeke was decent. Receiving, Cobb and Adams had a very good season. Wish you could switch their touchdowns, though. Jamon Moore had a pretty solid season. Jimmy Graham, I don't think Jimmy Graham's even close to on par for that in real life. It's been kind of silent the first 2 weeks. Sack totals, what do we got? 10.5 for Daniels, 7 for Wilkerson. Did Myles Garrett not play? 1 sack on the outside? We're in a 3-4, no? How? 3-4 defenses are so broken in Sim, it's unbelievable. Mason Crosby might have to go. How does he miss 9 field goals in Sim? I don't know. Didn't mean to rhyme. Do it all the time. So Rodgers number 3. Zeke wasn't on the list, apparently. Defensive player of the year, no. Offensive rookie of the year, Jamon Morris 3, please. Jair was 3. Damn it. Any awards at all? David Bakhtiari. Cool. Yeah, we really didn't get any awards at all, but we made the playoffs, which is nice. What kind of upgrades do we have? None? Oh, to be fair, I did upgrade each week. But that's still kind of sucky to not get any upgrades. You know, all the corners, they all have their scheme fit, which I'd like to see. Blake, I think he's 1 off. I mean, on paper, we look insane. But apparently in sim, we're terrible. So get ready to lose, fellas. I really want to go expert scouting, but I think you have to go DBs with the level of youth we have on this team. It's too important not to. Going against the Rams, I think we'll probably be above them. You know, up on 4 overalls on them, which, I mean, that's a pretty good. Quarterback comparisons? Not really much of one, in all fairness. All right, I just want 1 playoff win. Come on, Green Bay. We don't have our own pick, so there's no point not to. Jair, handsome fella. There's just something about Jair that I just believe in. Like, it's not very often the Packers get a fast, decent-looking cornerback that's handsome, you know? Like, we usually get really ugly, slow, terrible players. No offense to all the ugly, slow, terrible players in the league and on our team, but just saying. Down by 1 here, trying to give the game away. Defense doesn't allow it, which is very rare. Really good offense. Holy crap. Got on the field in like 3 plays, 80 yards. Come on, offense. You can win the game. You got Zeke. I mean, where's the excuses? Apparently there are none because we had a very clutch drive, and that'll send us to the divisional. 29-17, a very solid win against a solid damn team against them at their home. So I will take it. Let's see how the team performed. Mr. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Jared Goff, the opposite of those numbers. Todd Gurley, very good. That's who I wanted to trade for in the first place. Zeke, not super great for us. Number 24, kind of a cool number. Devontae Adams really didn't get much. Cobb, solid. Solid levels from the Cobster. Sack totals, none for us. Big surprise. Both of our safeties got a pick, though. Crosby didn't miss a kick, so if you're going to miss in one of the forms, I want the postseason not to be that case. Who is the divisional going to be against? Eagles? Falcons. I mean, that's just as bad, probably. We're at 90 overall now. Josh Jackson, the god himself, upgrades once. The whole team upgrades a whole point. We have 5 points on them. We are in Atlanta, which is a rough place to play in. Packers have had some decent success there, so we'll see. Quarterback comparisons. Honestly, once again, not really much of a comparison, especially in real life. Jesus, Matt Ryan has looked rough so far. Huge 3 points a game before the half, but we're down 11. Their ball. Defense does its job. Offense just isn't getting down the field. Fourth quarter, 15 points. I mean, that's not impossible. Defense does its job. What is this? A negative punt. The punter was looking the wrong way. Good job, offense. No, 3rd and 10. I got to see what they're doing because in this scenario, you have to go for it. Nope. You have to go for it. You have to go for it. I'm sorry. You just do. I don't care what your defense is. Jimmy Graham, probably not the guy I'm going to in the clutch. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Jimmy, but so far just has not performed. And that will be a touchdown with only a 1-point conversion, which is the correct decision. Defense locks up at our own 1 or whatever, but Zeke is getting us out of there. Good play calling, getting on the field, and it's a tied game. I mean, look how much time is on the clock. That's why you can't go for the field goal. And defense, I don't know what's happening. It was a punt. Please, championship game. Running is doing well. How? Tell me it was a missed field goal, because if it's not, I'm giving us a force win. I mean, what force win? Offense is just going to get down there anyways. From the 40, kicking the field goal. Oh! Going for it on 4th down. Field goal has been achieved. Really comes down to whoever makes the first mistake. We kind of made that mistake. Really made that mistake. 3rd and 9. Gave up a 10-yard pass. Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. I'm giving us the force win. Actually, first, I want to see if I can see if it was a missed field goal before overtime. Fair enough. But I highly doubt that's the case. Probably just ran it out, huh? Yep, ran it out. Force win coming up. And you can't complain because nobody within the 20-yard line is running the clock out when they have 30 seconds and a timeout. Force win. Let's see. What are we going to play? The Vikings in the divisional? Get mad all you want. Doesn't matter because it's the right thing to do. You know, this is what America would want. The Redskins, the two bad teams. If this isn't a Super Bowl trip, I'm going to be devastated. I'll cheat again, I swear to God. I mean, defense is doing its job, I think. Start of the fourth, we've been down by worse. And we cut the deficit pretty nicely, only 3-point deficit. Defense does its job once again. And a one-play touchdown. I wish I would have seen who it was, too. We'll see in the stats after. Defense locks up. That's what I'm talking about. 3rd and 5, you're going to throw the ball away. Rodgers. Oh, no. 84-yard touchdown to Jamison Crowder. That's rough. Get the ball in Mr. Rodgers' hand. Why is the clock going so quickly here? Screw it, we're going to trust the sim. And they lose. Imagine having a minute left and sim saying, 2 timeouts? Nah, we'll take them to next game. We'll bring those to next game. Completely screwed. Should have actually forced one that as well. But it is what it is. I mean, clearly the way the sim is built, they don't want us to win. Once again, clutched up in the fourth, but it wasn't enough. That third quarter was the dagger. Complete BS, obviously, the way the game management is in this game. Ridiculous. One hell of a matchup, though. Look at the two quarterbacks going head-to-head. Both missing the exact same. No, they missed a little bit more. Wait, didn't they? That's 9 missed completions. 8 here, but because there's more completions, it evens out. So there's that. Rushing total, Zeke just really not getting it done for us. He's doing all right, but he's just not getting it done at the same time. I would assume it was Cobb. It was not Cobb. It was, who was it? Jamon Moore. Good play. Jamon Moore looking good today. I'm a lyrical genius, you know? I'm going after Eminem next. And Crosby misses a kick. You son of a bitch. From the 29. 1 to 29. Is that what it was? Did he miss the kick? I don't deserve to cheat then. I'm kind of glad. If he did miss the kick there, I'm all right. Take a look at this thing. No, god damn it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, he did. He missed the kick from the 1. So we didn't deserve. We didn't get cheated at all. Well, we did get cheated, but we didn't get cheated at the same time. That is ridiculous. That might be enough for me to cut Crosby. We'll see. If we can get a free agent kicker, we might have to get rid of Crosby. I don't know why we got kicked out of the main menu. Unfortunate. That should have been a championship. Get the hell out of here. Oh, the servers are down. Lovely. I love it. Thank you. Why me? Anytime I want to record, the servers just kill themselves. I know it might be maintenance, but I don't care. I'm going to call it a server suicide. So I left this for only a couple hours, and EA's like, you know what? You know what? Redo. But no, we lost. Fair enough. Mason Crosby misses a field goal from the 1-yard line. Yeah, that's destiny. I'm sorry, that's fate, whatever. Fate, destiny, F8. That's how you spell fate. It is what it is. By the way, I didn't really think about it, but the trades we got were actually kind of ridiculous. Like getting Zeke and Myles Garrett, 2 of the top youngster star players in the league, for the trades we got were actually insane. I can't believe those trades. For me, this year trading has been very hard. Yet those were very nice trades. I mean, I don't even think they should have even been close. So this time we lose by a ton. Chargers, Redskins. I mean, this should be an easy win for the Chargers. I'm going to be very pissed if it's not. XP, whatever. Wow, 24-0. That makes me mad. That means we would have won the Super Bowl. Good job, Green Bay. So, absolutely not for you. Navarro Bowman, I'm going to give it a medium not. I didn't even know we had a EJ Manuel. Randall Cobb got star dev. In all fairness, he did play very well. He kind of deserves that contract. I'm going to give it to him as well. Please. Yes, Randy. Muhammad Wilkerson. He usually does get the sign-in. Let's see what he's looking like. I don't like it. I like the strength, but I don't know. What does he want? He wants a 3-year 20. Hell no. Well, I mean, that's not crazy money, but I'm not going to do it. I don't think we can afford that. Kentrell. God damn it, Kentrell. I hate you. Robert Tanyan, he wants a decent deal. Come on. Come on. Yes. I mean, we're losing a bit of players here. We're losing. I mean, no one really crazy, but we're losing some names. You know, we're losing Muhammad Wilkerson, which is kind of a big name. I mean, at some point, you have to draft somebody. And really, other than getting younger, we really have a starter that we needed to fill. So I'd say pass rusher, really just defense in general, as per usual. Trevor Williams, I'll tell you what, a little bit of, I mean, not really much of a spoiler because we've already done pretty well with Trevor, but big mistake, Mr. Chargers. I don't know why I said Mr. Chargers. Even here, he's looking pretty solid. We're seeing some very high overpays, including one for Muhammad. See if I don't even remember how well we did with him. Mike Hilton. I'm not saying we don't need a corner. So slow, though. Never mind. Here we go. Preston Smith. A little bit on the slower side. Oh, he's actually a lot faster than I thought he was. Is he a pass rusher? I had no clue. I thought he was a coverage player, which now makes no sense because I'm pretty sure he's a Redskin. Well, he's going to be a Packer in a moment. Overpay much. Redskins, man. I don't know how the hell they do it. Do I really want to give him a lot of money, though? Like Crosby might be having some sort of contract. That's how it works. Big surprising. But, you know, he might have some sort of, like, extended contract that I really don't want to, like, mess up. So, I have no clue what our picks are. You would think cornerback would be an issue for us, but I don't know, I think we've settled that, which is crazy to think because we're the Packers, but I think we're done with that. So, coverage linebackers, usually a position that is kind of hard to get for some reason in Madden this year. So, desperate to find one. Maggot could be a dude. Could be a woman as well. I don't know. So they did scout a bunch of wide receivers. Are any of them worthy of a selection? So they're really not because there's not a single one in the first round, which is crazy. A 5.6. He's got a good 40 time. Everything else is pretty bad. However, he's a late second. So I'm going to throw a star on him just for the hell of it. This guy's pretty solid. Star for him as well. Look at this beast. 6'8". Late first. Damn good combine. 21 years old, looking solid. Do we grab him? I don't know. That's a little wild. Vertical 499 vertical threat. Buffet threat. Jesus Christ. How? You got a slower time than the blocking tight end. Who is he kidding? Imagine they ask you, what kind of tight end do you think you are? Or the scouts are like, you know, I think this really slow guy is a vertical threat. He's a food budget threat. To be fair, pretty damn close. We have number 1 and 3. I don't know what the next pick is. Probably like mid to late. So we get the number 4th pick. We get in the first round next year and then a second round next year. Broncos move up to number 1 to get Ali Hicks. A guy that would have been decent if we were in a 3-4. I'm not really looking to move DNs to linebacker anymore unless I literally have to. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, Jimmy. You're a star dev, but how could you do it to me, man? Actually, we're just going to grab him right now. Tight ends usually slip. Here he is. Conrad. Oh! 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 Hell yeah. We did not take him at number 1. We took him at 15, I think. And he is the number 4th projected player, and this is a god. I mean, look at his little peanut head. I love that little peanut head. I love him. I love this man. This man is actually the best lineman I've ever drafted ever. I know we had to take him in the mid first, but this might be the best lineman I've ever drafted across any, like, Madden. The amount of draft picks we have received is unbelievable. So if I find a player that I think is worth the risk, we're going to take him. I don't need this lineman, but I like the power. 75 overall normal. I've made a mistake. Not bad in a user league, but for this league, I don't know if he'll ever develop. All right, so Maggot, not really the biggest need in the world, but we're going to grab him. 74 overall. However, star dev, this is an interesting pick. Haven't really had too many of these yet. Interesting. With star dev, I think he plays number 2 at least, right? I'm going to go with Ginn. Knew he was going to be good. 78 overall, quick dev. Basically the Randall Cobb replacement in a few seasons, or right away, who knows. So we got another lineman here, Antoine Pitts. I like it. Once again, another guy with star dev, but he's a low overall. Average strength, not the fastest in the world, but really weird with these devs. Good devs, but bad players. Well, if he's somehow there for our next pick, I'll take him. But if he's not, going to trade down the rest of the draft and say we had a pretty good draft. We have a starting lineman on our hands at least. Take a look at that draft recap real quick. So 81 overall, Conrad was pretty sick. Superstar dev. Super baller. Ballantyne, a bit of a bad pick there. Probably shouldn't have taken him. Should have just traded that up and Shelton for the tight end. It would have easily gotten him. Super bad decision by me. Meggett was a star dev, so I'm okay with it. Ginn, quick dev, good player. So that's probably one of our best skill position picks. Actually, probably the best. 77 overall. Stevens, don't really know where to pit him. And speaking of pits, stinky. Highest overall players, we have Hicks as the #1 overall pick. Not bad, but definitely not worth #1 overall in my opinion. Linval Rogers, star dev, decent speed, very good trucking. This guy is just really good. That guy's a really good player. He's got like a Geis feel to him. Rivers, the cornerback, superstar dev, the best pick in the draft, debatably. And then Conrad as the 4th highest overall. Bunch of different names here. Beard was this. Here's Hewitt, Carson Hewitt, star dev. Huge mistakes have been made. So this could have been a little bit of an overtrade. Pitts and Ballantyne for Leonard Williams. Obviously Oren Burks, but he's probably not a huge piece for that trade. Yeah, overtraded a bit because I could have probably dropped like a 2nd round and gotten Buckner. But oh well. Leonard's a good player. Oh, it's all right. Oh, to be fair, Leonard Williams did have 2 upgrades, so there's that. Good job, Leonard. You little sleazer. I love it. Oh, dang. That was a really good upgrade. Quick dev. Ugh. Corey Linsley, a 3rd this and a 5th this for Chandler Jones. I almost called him Chris Jones. Probably would rather have Chris Jones at this stage, but I think Chandler's, what, 29? 29-year-old Chandler Jones, going to move him to outside linebacker. Usually drops a little bit going there, but overall I think it'll be a good decision. 76, 79, and Spriggs for the Jets next year, 1st round. Number 66, 86, and Shelton for #2 next year. Number 22, 118, and White for the #1 projected pick, which could stay the same. We don't know. Didn't move the tight end position, but it's fine because Jimmy will stay 1 more year at least. Defense, did we get better? I don't know. I really don't know. Chandler Jones should be our new right outside linebacker. We'll see. He should be at least an 86, 87 overall, I'd say. So here is the roster for Season 2. 94 overall. Looking pretty damn stacked. Aaron Jones has been on the team for a few seasons now, so he gets to stay as the #2. Yonda and Devontae Adams with an upgrade. What about the defense? We have actually quite a bit of names needing not contracts, upgrades. Looking pretty damn good on defense. Offense obviously very good, so should easily be the playoffs. It's mid-season point, and thank God this division is bad because we're 3-6. How? How is this team 3-6? I hate Sim this year. I absolutely despise it. So we have a few names here. Kenny Clark is a big one, like a really big one. Zeke Elliott's a pretty damn big one. Leonard Williams is a big one because we just got him. Mike Daniels might be let go. Yonda cannot get the re-sign. Blake gets a re-sign. So we're hoping to probably have about 70. About 70. So Leonard Williams going to get the re-sign right now. Glad to stay. Zeke will get the 6-year deal. Very fair for us. Now here's a rough one. He's so young. We're going to give him a 7-year deal. 7-year deal completed. Blake gets a contract, and then everyone else is kind of, up in the air a little bit. And by everyone else, I mean literally Yonda and Daniels, who are both at a very rough age for getting long-term contracts. I mean, you look at Mike Daniels, really doesn't even have that big of a pass rush ability anymore. Holy crap. We're in another pickle, lads. If we win the game, I think we make the playoffs. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Guarantee we don't make it if we lose here, though. I just don't understand how such a sick roster could struggle. Please, playoffs, please. We can do some damage. Yes. Did we knock the Bears? Please. Please tell me that knocked the Bears out of the playoffs. Please tell me it did. It did. The Bears were knocked out of the... What a clutch one. Show you guys that we did not cheat. No force winning. Back-to-back 9-7s, though. How? How? It is what it is. I mean, we got there. It was terrible and sad, but We got there. 33 touchdowns, 11 picks. All right. Rushing did have a lot more touchdowns, so that makes sense. Zeke was pretty good. Devontae was okay. Randall Cobb was pretty solid. Ginn was okay. Hopefully Ginn was the return man for us. If not, that's going to be kind of unfortunate. Pass rush. Do we have any? Once again, outside linebackers do nothing, which makes no sense. No picks at all. Defense is just terrible. I don't care what the scheme fit is. I'm changing the defense out of the multiple 3-4 to something. I don't know. Maybe regular 3-4. I really don't know. I hate it. I hate the defense. Number 1 offense. What about the defense? Number 4 in yards. It makes no sense. We had like no picks, no sacks. How the hell were we stopping people? Just dead? Any awards at all is the question. Oh, did the Giants get back-to-back? Oh, damn. Giants got offensive and defensive rookie of the year. That's pretty big. Offensive lineman of the year, and that's it, huh? Zero line number 2, kicker. Any crazy XP? I think we, to be fair, we did use it all like right before the sim. We didn't really get anything from it. I mean, corners are looking nice. Maggot is like an 80, which is okay. Like I said, we get to the playoffs and we can do some damage. We are going against debatably the best team in Madden, especially for sim, which is unfortunate. But hey, got to prove ourselves somewhere. We can win this game. I believe in it. I mean, clearly we're the best overall team in the league. 96 to their 88. I mean, this is a really good roster. Maybe one of the best we've ever made because the offensive line is looking good. It's pretty young. Yonda might, be gone, but, Conrad fits right in. Tight end is a need for us. Wide receiver, I don't know about that receiver we drafted, how well he did, but I think we're filling the roster holes just as quick as we're losing them. Or gaining them, I suppose. I don't even know. So start of the second quarter, not looking super great. Once again, it is the Eagles, though, so I expect struggles. Defense is doing a damn good job. I mean, they're holding them. We don't expect our defense to ever hold the AI. Basically that's the way it is. And the defense is doing a good enough job to allow the offense to make plays. Offense just doesn't want to. However, this drive, we're going to take the lead for the first time all game, I believe. However, we give that lead right up and let them tie. And 3rd and 11, huge clutch play to Zeke for 26 yards. Clutching it up down the field. Speaking of, 3rd and 1 for a first down and a 1-yard touchdown by Aaron Jones. 5 minutes left. Defense forces a punt. Offense can win the game here. And on 3rd and 9, they just hand the ball away. Defense locks up again, and we beat the Eagles by 7 to advance to the divisional game, which is huge. I know it was only the wild card, but it's against the Eagles, which makes it that much more rewarding. Wentz outperformed Rodgers, but we still ended up winning, which is beautiful. Defensively, any crazy numbers? I don't think so. And nothing at all, actually. Let's go on. I mean, who is going to be against? Maybe the Rams or someone? I don't even know. Maybe the Falcons? Probably the Falcons here, right? We were probably the worst seed. The Giants. The 12-4 Giants. 70. EA Sim is just the worst broken thing of all time. It is so bad. So unbelievably bad. It's ridiculous. How? I mean, their quarterback did pretty well, but 78 overall. Who are you kidding? You're not kidding me. I tell you. Start of the second quarter, 7-3. It is our ball, however. Well, that changed very quickly. Down by 14. Down by 21. EA Sim is so flawless. It's unbelievable. Here we go, making a little bit of a comeback. Defense is doing a decent job, actually. Defense did a very good job locking them out. And we're only down by 7. This is a good finish. What? Okay, I was about to say. Please. 3rd and 10 gets the big penalty. And we can't move the ball. Are we kicking it? We're not going to kick a field goal. We're not going to kick a field goal, and we're not going for it. I don't even know. To the 20, and maybe it was a good decision. Offense has a chance. Getting bailed out by Eli Apple. Still not enough, though. And we get the score, apparently. So with about 5 minutes left, it's anyone's game. And the way this team plays, it really is anyone's game. Please. And on 3rd and 17, we stop them. It's either win or overtime. Come on, Rodgers. It is overtime. Come on, big plays. Big plays. And we win the game. Going on to the championship game. I don't know how the hell a 78 overall roster puts that much damage on us. It makes no sense. But okay, sure. Rodgers did a pretty damn good job. We just didn't get really many touchdowns. Well, I mean, we did, but we just, I don't know. We didn't finish well, I suppose. Had a lot of opportunities. Defense locked up in very critical situations. Their kicker missed one. Thankfully, he did. And not that it really would have mattered too. Well, I did because we went to overtime. Yeah, thank you, Josh Lambo, for losing them the game. We're a terrible team in sim. However, we're an amazing overall. So hopefully that translates to a Super Bowl trip. Going against the Saints. 89 overall Saints. I mean, if history repeats itself, we're probably going to lose this game. If we can't beat a 78 overall team by like 15, how are we going to win against a team that's like rather close? Starting off the game, Saints get 7. We get 7. They get 7. We get 3. There goes the touchdown streak taken away. Going to be down by 1 here. Down by 8. And we're all the way down the field and we don't score a touchdown. That could be the game right there. And it won't be. Down by 2, start of the 4th. They're driving though. This isn't looking good. And they will score. Now down by 9. Now we're down by 2 again. 11 minutes left. Come on, defense. Defense going to let them walk all the way down, huh? All right. 3rd and 13. I mean, that's a stop. Down by 5, but I mean, it can be done. And it will be done. Up by 3 with a minute left. Defense, please. And they score. Wow. Another overtime game. Come on, offense. Please. And we get a huge touchdown of like 40 plus, I think. On to the Super Bowl. Woo! These overtime games are killing me. They're killing me. They're absolutely wrecking me. Ezekiel Elliott's nameplate just went flying. God damn. Super Bowl trip, here we come. Quarterback battle. Rodgers really didn't get outperformed, but that one pick does make him look a little worse. Zeke and Kamara both. A lot of skill positions going head-to-head here. You look at the Ginn. What are the chances of that? Ginn battle. Very similar stat line, too. Crazy. Crazy how that's worked. I mean, Devontae and Michael Thomas both kind of struggled. I mean, this was almost the most perfect matchup I've ever seen. Willetts missed a field goal, thankfully. Back-to-back weeks where their kicker missed a field goal that would have avoided overtime. Love it. Unless those were in overtime, which I don't think it would. No, it couldn't have been. We had the ball both times first. All right, who is it against? The Jags. 9-7 versus their 13-3. Roster comparisons, they're the highest overall roster we've had to face. Please, I want one Super Bowl win here. Please. I'm going to do what Rodgers can't do. Win a second Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Rodgers, forgive me. Rodgers got outperformed on the season by Blake, basically. It's kind of cool. Love when it's like 80 overall quarterbacks play as well as a 99 overall in sim. Fast, huge rushing touchdown. That's kind of stuff we need in a Super Bowl. Start of the second, they look like they're going to equalize this thing, and they don't. Defense locks them out 14-0. Please. We do give up 7. We do get 7 right before the half. That could be the difference. Maybe not. Offense is doing a damn good job. Defense is kind of struggling, though, man. We're only up by 7 here. Come on, offense. Don't give them a chance. And there's the chance they were looking for. 4th and 9. Why would you kick a 62-yard field goal? I don't know. Lots of faith in that man. Defense finally shows up. 8 minutes left. We can score something here, which we can't. Okay, what the hell's going on? Oh, is there a pick? A pick happened. That's going to be the Super Bowl, I think. Maybe not. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. I think defense locked them up again. Defense forcing turnovers, and the Packers win a Super Bowl. Let's go. Let's go. Just about 10 years since our last win, and we get another one. I like the confetti. This is actually the coolest confetti, like, according to... I don't know. I like the color scheme with the confetti. I don't know. It just seemed cool. Probably just biased because I'm a Packers fan. Whatever. Packers win. I love it. Chose the tracksuit for a reason because it looks baller. Looks like the most professional thing you can ever get. Clearly, I'm just joking. That's ridiculous. But we win the Super Bowl, and that's all that matters. We built an insane roster. Like, really, after having like a roster like this in a fantasy draft or a fantasy rebuild, it makes it so much harder to do the realistic next. Because then it's just like, yeah, we struggle with this insane roster. Can't wait till a realistic comes along. But it doesn't matter because we're still doing a fantasy. We'll do one more season. Try to get that dynasty if we can. Rodgers looking greasy as hell. Slippery as a mug. Devontae Adams looking like AJ Green in Madden, kind of. And, yeah, Super Bowl achieved. See my outro so I can... Oh, Jesus. Devontae looking ripped as hell. All of them are looking ripped, kind of. Maybe. Not really. See this stat line. Kenny Clark with, like, 1 tackle, I believe, had Super Bowl MVP because he's probably the highest overall on the team. Rodgers really went off. Bortles threw 2 picks. Zeke went off, but he fumbled again. Could you not? Could you just stop, please? Stop doing that. Defensively, 1 sack, 1 tackle. Picks, Landon Collins and Jair both had a pick. Zerline missed the kick. Love it. For, 14-point Super Bowl victory over the Jags. If we can do it once, why not again, you know? So who the hell do we have to re-sign? Where's the big names? Mike Daniels is a 90 overall, wants a 5-year deal. I'm sorry, Mike. I love you, but it's not worth it. It really isn't. And then Yonda did retire, so realistically don't need to re-sign anyone else. Let's go on to the next week. Might find some better names. You know, year 3 sim or year 3 free agency is usually pretty nice. Yannick, not quite what we're looking for in a defensive end. Yeah, the free agency not so good. Not as good as we maybe thought it was going to be. Let's go for Tavon Young, so then it allows us to maybe trade Kevin King off for a defensive end or something, because we need to get a DN and a tight end in the offseason here, unless we, ooh, Ebron I saw. Unless we get someone in the free or draft anyways. Eric Ebron, 84 overall. He's not bad, but I don't think I'd be willing to pay that much, like to have to fight for him. I suppose we're going to go for Yannick. You know, it's money that the Packers normally would spend in Madden on Mike Daniels, so we can go with a guy like Yannick and just land an absolute stud. It's a risky move, but since, this is basically the last season, I can drop a little bit of money. Plus, we have some good draft picks, I would say, so it's probably taking up a little bit of the cap as well. So Tavon and Ngakoue did re-sign, or not re-sign, but they accepted contracts. Do need to fill the lineman position as well, so that's rough. Tight end for sure. Gonna have to get someone new. Receiver probably. Team's a little bit in shambles, but it's still a top-tier team. Chandler Jones probably actually moves down to right end with Yannick playing outside. We'll see. See what we do. Really wish I would have grabbed that damn tight end. Do we have some? Ooh, mid-first. See ya on the team, Nick Adams. I love it. Mid-first, that's a little high. It's all right, though. It's all right with me. 6'3", early first, decent burner. Looks pretty good, actually. If I'm going to go for a wide receiver, I want someone kind of tall. But are we afforded this luxury? Mid-third, that guy definitely looks like a good player. That's a mid-third I'm willing to go for sure. 6'2", good enough, I think. Pick number 5. We need that tight end. Are we going to take him at 5, though? I mean, I'm desperate for this tight end. Nick Adams is a stud. I'm going for the stud. Superstar Dev, we took him number 5. Supposed to go 19. Superstar Dev, with those kind of numbers, totally worth it. You know, obviously he's a little raw, but still insane. Number 48 is probably the grossest thing I've ever seen in the history of the NFL, but that's beside the point. That's another story. This guy's really good too, though. Oh my God, I'm going Stovall. He's insane. 80 overall star Dev. I mean, that was a can't miss. To be fair, that center's probably a can't miss as well, but Stovall, insta starter. I need a wide receiver now, kind of. Oh crap, I need to trade up for this right out. I was thinking of actually moving. If we get this guy and he's good, I know he's 24, but I'm thinking about moving to a 4-3. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy to think that. Let's go to like 46, 45, 46, 45, one of the two numbers. Seahawks 45 is the first thing that showed up. All right, I see how this is going to go, huh? Montravius, what up, my dude, please? All right, Montravius. You're not being traded because you're not enough for me to want to get rid of that depth. Oh, let's see, straight up. Oh, my God. What a steal. We just landed like the greatest pick ever. Please draft a bust. Please draft a bust. You deserve that, you scrubs. Addison Daniel, a little slow, a little godly, though. Normal to have 79 overall. Probably starter quality. A little slow, like I said. Great Excel to make up for it, though. Might move to that 4-3. We'll see at the end of the draft where we're standing. Let's take a look at that draft recap. We had Nick Adams, who was insane. Really freaking good. Stovall, really freaking good as well. Daniel, pretty damn good. Normal dev, though. Nelson, decent. And then Stokes, I don't know. Look at the NFL. Best available players were Watts, Parsons, a big defensive end. I was debating on grabbing him, but number 3 was a little steep for my liking. Parrish Bonds, a good guard, really good. Kind of like a worse dev version of the guy we got, but really sick. Another guard, Kadeem Mayberry. Some really good linemen in this draft. Cornerback, one of those prototypical beasts. Colts finally land one. Super baller, always with the great man, no zone. Tight end, not a bad guy. Superstar dev, however, a little bit slower. Not really that prototypical star. Kind of a slower Gronk. Our guy was, he's perfectly set up to be that dude. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. We traded Randall Cobb, Chandler Jones, and Kevin King for Mike Evans. A decent trade for both sides. The Buccaneers definitely struggling to get corners over the years. Kevin King, definitely a starting caliber. We now have Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, and Ginn as our starting receivers. This is pretty much going to be the starting lineup. I might have to grab, a couple of backups. But other than that, we're good to go. Actually, I need to change the scheme. We should be almost a perfect fit for a 4-3, right? So 76 overall. How does the game hate us so much? Like, we're better than a 76% scheme fit for a 4-3. Look at this, D. I mean, this is a perfect fit. Daniel, get your ass in there. This is a perfect fit. I don't care what anyone says. This is good damn D. Look at this. I mean, this is ridiculous. Linebackers a little low, but it is what it is. Perfect timing to put Myles Garrett back at DN, am I right? He's only 24? Holy Jesus. I feel like we've been doing this for years. A 7-year deal is probably in the works, in all fairness. So let's just knock that out. Yay, thanks for bankrupting us. To be fair, there's no one else really big in this list. David Bakhtiari is looking for a lot of money. I feel like we just signed him in real life. Wants another big deal, so there it is. Heading to the playoffs, clearly this is a Super Bowl or a playoff team and then Super Bowl team probably. We had a 14-2 season. The rest of the division did pretty well. Let's take a look at the team schedule. And, of course, no force winning. So the only team we lost to, the Titans by 6. And then we lost by 24 to the Lions. What over 10-6 Lions? Ain't too fair. They were pretty good. Carson Wentz wins MVP. Rodgers' touchdowns are down, but it's probably rushing. Yeah, rushing took a lot of them. Great running game for us. Mike Evans did a very good season. Nick Adams was okay. Ginn was okay. Blocking, not bad. Defensively, more pressure this year, please? Not really. Sim is so bad. We have 15-minute quarters. We literally can't get double-digit sacks with our stars. Ngakoue. Imagine a line of Ngakoue, Kenny Clark, Leonard Williams, and Myles Garrett. That, I mean, combined for like 20 sacks. Makes sense, right? Kicker did miss 7 field goals, which sucks. Offensive yardage, number 1. Usually we're number one, aren't we? Even at 9-7, we were number 1 and 3. Actually, we were number 1 and 4 last time. Zeke at number 2. At least he got close. First time he got close for us. Teddy Bridgewater, is that the starter for the AFC? Or for the Patriots anyways? It is. Nice. That's crazy. Any awards at all? Aw, Daniel. You got Nick Adams. Oh, lordy. Won a couple of awards, but nothing really major. Those rookie awards would have been huge. Because that's 2 positions that are, like, really important. Here's the upgrade or XP that we have. Nick Adams, not a bad overall, to be fair. Offensive line looking pretty good. Defense, not really a whole lot of upgrades. Let's go to next week, which we will play who? The Eagles? The Falcons, all right. Starting the game off with 3. Defense locking up, getting 10 now. Start of the second. Defense still locking up. Offense gets another 7. Defense gives up a score there, really kind of set up by the offense. Short field. So the second half, and we're only up by 3 now. Offense needs to start stepping it up because against the Falcons, this is a pretty good defensive performance. And they're going to punt. We're going to punt anyways. Up by 13. Defense is pretty much just locking the Falcons down. I mean, look how long it's taken them to get down the field. They finally score, but it's not enough. Moving on to the championship game already. I gotta love a bye week. 9-7, 9-7, and then 14-2. That's, speaking of that, that's going to be our NFL weekly predictions. Hopefully. I don't know. Unless one of the buys hit, which to be fair, sometimes there's an early buy. I don't know if there is one this year. Usually it's like week 4, though, not week 3. Jameson, sorry, buddy. Not winning a Super Bowl this year, my dude. Some really talented players on this team. I don't even know who's going to be on the thumbnail. There's so much variety. Rodgers, clearly on the thumbnail. Even if Rodgers isn't in the video, he should be in the thumbnail. That's just how beastly he is. Let's get the quarterback retirement influence thing. When it says influence, does that mean they're going to try to get Rodgers to retire? Come on, man. We don't need you. Get out of here. Go enjoy your life with your family. Just kidding, you don't have a family because you shut everyone out and you let go of the sexy bitch, sexy female that I respect, Olivia Munn. I mean, good-looking female counterpart that is talented and smart, Olivia Munn. Oh, God, Ray looks like a fat munchkin. I don't know who Ray even is. And then more importantly, the camera view, yoikers. Rolling out with Rodgers, the speedster. Looking like he's going to run into retirement, though. 8-point lead. Defense locking up. Going to be a 15-point lead, and this is going to be a tough one to come back from. Not that it's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. Maybe not. Maybe not. Down by 8. Nah, it's impossible. Offense has done too much. Kicks the field goal. Clutch in the 48-yarder. That's really big. And I don't think, we win the game, and we are back-to-back Super Bowl and up. Yeah, punch the air. Look at his green legs. I wanted green outfit. You see what Blue Man Group is wearing? That's what I set up. And I like Zeke coming up to Bakhtiari, who apparently is shorter than him. I don't know how that works. I like him celebrating with his line. I like that. It really sucks that we have all 6-foot-tall flat linemen, but these things happen, I suppose. Let's compare the quarterbacks. Rodgers outperformed him, of course. Saquon Barkley got outperformed by Zeke. Receiving, Sterling Shepard proved himself as a slot receiver, did very well. Sack totals, D-line, or defense did very well. No picks. Kicking, everyone is perfect. No missed field goal that led to overtime for Lambeau this year. Am I right, Lambeau? High five, man. Good job, dude. Just kidding. You guys are on the bench. Well, not on the bench. They're at home. Advance to the Super Bowl. It's the Bengals. There's no way. I mean, this is real. Like, this is ridiculous, all right? Like, in Madden terms, if you start them both, you have yourself a good, really good D-ends. If they do well year one, you have yourself some insane youngsters. See what the Bengals want to do, and that is win the game, because outswinging already, 14-7. I should not have put so much on the line here. The Bengals know exactly what's on the line. And, I mean, this is a shootout. This is a legit Super Bowl shootout. First half, 42 points. Insane. And wasting no time in the second half. However, they have yet to not score a touchdown. Start of the fourth, and we're only up by 3. We did stop them, though. 31-all. What a game so far. 3rd and 6, 6-yard play, and it was a conversion. Thankfully, please, you score a touchdown here, and we win the game. 4th and 4, field goal. 7 minutes left, up by 3. We stop them. Come on, offense. You don't get the ball up, which you do. Oh, maybe you don't. No, you do. You definitely do. We would have won the game there, but instead, the Bengals have a chance with 30 seconds left. They ruined it! Dynasty Packers. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, boys. We've won the game. Dynasty completed. More importantly, video over. Oh, I don't have to edit any more long videos. Tampa Bay Stadium, which is cool. Who is the MVP? What is Rodgers on the ground? Rodgers is so injury prone. he got hurt by the confetti flying. I'm a Packers fan, so I get to say it, but like 3 confetti pieces clustered together, and it tore Rodgers' ACL, unfortunately. Who is going to be the guy? Is it going to be Kenny? Better not be Kenny, and if it is him, okay, it's Mike Evans, who didn't deserve it. Yay. Love it. Absolutely love it. I love a big lineman with a defensive lineman hugging and chilling. You did a good job. You're big. I'm big. What up? And on the podium are the same. No, not the same names, actually. It was Devontae last year. This time it's Mike Evans. So only 2 Packers of real life are on the podium. 2 of them. Rodgers looks like a little weird elf. I don't know why. He just doesn't look like an actual human. His chest was just bouncing. I don't like it one bit. But a dynasty has been born. The Packers are technically our most successful rebuild, I think. I mean, it was a pretty damn good team, and we won back-to-back Super Bowls, so that's a pretty good ending point, I'd like to think. Defensively, sack totals, nothing really crazy, no picks. Ooh, I was hoping they would have missed the field goal just to make it feel good. Was it overtime? No, it was avoided. Barely avoided overtime. They should have taken overtime. I don't know what happened. I think they fumbled. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. They fumbled. But hey, a win is a win. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe, maybe share. Nobody shares, let's be honest. Because I would appreciate it. And, you know, the views have been kind of low. But, you know, as long as there's a few of you guys enjoying them, that's good enough for me. But please, goddamn, like, we need more people. Jesus Christ. Just kidding. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for a series idea, you know, what rebuild team you want to see next, different game in general, what if experiment ideas, whatever. Let me know in the comment section below. I pretty much respond to everybody, as you guys probably know by now. Unless you're that one guy that I just didn't respond to, and you're just like, that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. But yeah, hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, which I think you guys might have hit 100 likes on that experiment. So tomorrow should be 2 franchise videos. See ya!